case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for.
The 1980 Supreme Court case, Lewis v. United States, revolved around the pivotal issue of whether a person convicted of a felony could be prohibited from possessing firearms, even if they had been previously convicted without legal counsel. In 1977, George Calvin Lewis Jr., who had a prior felony conviction from 1961, was charged with being in possession of a firearm. Lewis argued that his earlier conviction was obtained without counsel and thus violated his Sixth and 14th Amendment rights. He further pleaded that his previous conviction should not be used as evidence against him. Despite his objections, the court turned down his claim, and the United States Court of Appeals for the Fourth Circuit also sided with this decision. The case piqued the attention of the Supreme Court due to inconsistent rulings from other courts of appeals on this matter. The pivotal issue for the Supreme Court to determine was the precise interpretation and application of Section 1202(a)(1) of Title VII of the Omnibus Crime Control and Safe Streets Act of 1968. This specific legislation prohibits anyone convicted of a felony from possessing firearms. The Supreme Court sided with the government's interpretation of the statute, concluding that the prohibition against firearm possession applied even to individuals whose felony convictions may have violated their Sixth Amendment rights. This ruling maintained that firearm possession was still barred for those who had potentially been convicted without counsel, due to the inherent risks involved. Though the dissenting opinion argued that this interpretation encroached on individual rights, the Supreme Court held fast. They contended that their ruling was in alignment with the intent of the legislation to deny every felon, regardless of their conviction circumstances, the privilege of firearm ownership, unless they were pardoned or received express authorization from the Secretary.
Case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for. Visit lsd.law, elevate your mind. Leave the stress of class